epoxy surfacing mix, 3 inches of the binder or base mix, and then 7 3/4 inches of the sand asphalt mix. I had augered down about 4 feet and pulled it back up. This was underneath the pavement there in the hole. Now the sand is ready to mix. Stuff all the way down. The soils out here shouldn't be quite begins the video at the test section of 40C310. We're still on US 60, obviously, and we're upstream from excuse me, from GPS 404088. Looking on down, the focus in here, I'll probably do a better job of this down at the end of the test section, but you may be able to see the sharp sign which introduces 404088 down there. Now originally we had that one picked out for GPS 6B because we knew that this overlay was going to be coming up on here, but we right now it's going to be classified as a GPS 2, I guess, from here on out until ultimately the overlay is placed. These sites here, in putting an SPS 3 down, we decided to go ahead and use that as the control section and to place the overlay upstream of it so that the project had a better tie-in. Now, as you can see by the numbering system, this one will also receive a This will not include the fabric treatment, and the overlay will be restricted to being 1 1/4 plus or minus 1/4 inch thickness. Going up to look at some of the features on this test section, you can see we get into some patching, which is generally in fair shape. I've called it medium severity level patch deterioration. We've got some alligator cracking right here just at the beginning of the test section, and then we pick up on down. I think what they did in the patching was to try to fill in some of the very deep ruts that they had in the pavement where longitudinal cracking had occurred, and the depressions, as we have here with these transverse cracks, have taken place. You can see they've put some patching material in here to try to level it up and to avoid the thump that one gets in riding over it. Another transverse crack, which is about 6 feet long, medium severity. The Distress ID manual really doesn't describe clearly the differences between medium and high severity, and so I had to kind of wing it myself. There is no distinction in terms of crack width. It's always due to severity of spalling, and it doesn't detail what high or low severity spalling is. This is a crack which is more than 1/4 inch wide, so I call it medium severity, since there aren't any of these impressions or anything associated with it. We have another medium severity transverse crack about 10 feet ahead of us here. And then between that point and where we start receiving cracking again, we don't really have much in the way of distress. We pick up some right in here. We've got another medium severity one, which hasn't quite worked its way all the way across the lane yet. Moving up here, you can see some discoloration on the surface. Well, this is a result of a patching operation that they had out here, or that's what it appears to be. Maybe there was something spilled out here. This is a transverse crack, and it really got bad around here. The depression and the cracking which took place as a result of that. You see more cracking as the pavement is deteriorating quite badly. It's going to be interesting to monitor the overlay preparations that they do here. See, here is a place where we had longitudinal transverse cracking, which has developed into a bunch of alligator cracking here. I'm doing without the external microphone right now. Maybe that was a mistake as much wind as we have. See how this has just developed into high severity, as I'm calling it. attempt has been made to do it. And you can see just what I'm talking about. You can see how wide it is. It's over an inch wide in places. You can also see the faulting here, which is up to around 3/4 of an inch on it, particularly in the wheel paths, especially here in the outside wheel path where more water has access into the sand asphalt base and into the subgrade, which is a fine brown sandy clay. There's a moderate severity crack. Another one coming up right in front of me here. That's just oil drippings over there on the side. We're at the station 4. Quite frequently we'll run into these little cracks, especially on the lane, but are less than 6 feet long. Here's another crack which is spalled badly in the inside wheel.